I really love horses.
Gave him a mallet. I was like, that's the ball, just hit the ball.
I've got 3 months to learn how to play polo.
To play golf on a horse.
The challenge was bigger than expected.
It is way harder than it looks. Get off your one horse, get onto your other horse.
Something happened to him.
What we've been playing here is kid stuff. I'm dead, bro. How the hell am I gonna do this in Dubai? Here's the story. I was in Dubai and I was sitting next to a friend of mine and a very influential friend of mine.
We were at Satoshi round table, myself, a few friends of ours, Ran was with us, sitting around the table, and I was like, tomorrow I'm going to play polo. I'm gonna do some stick and ball practice alone. And he's like, oh, I was a horse rider before. My whole life I've been trying to get somebody to start polo with me from the very beginning. I have a lot of polo friends and a big polo community in Dubai, but I never inspired someone to start it from A to Z. So Ran was like, I'll join you tomorrow. I used to horse ride, and I was like, perfect, come.
Now, if you know anything about me, you'll know that I really love horses. I grew up on horses. I was a show jumping champion. And to me, horses are like my spirit animal. To cut a long story short, the next day we went to Dubai Polo and Equestrian Club. And he gave me one of his horses, probably not one of his good horses because he didn't know how well I could ride. And we were having a great time and I could ride. And of course I was galloping and cantering and doing whatever needed to happen. Next thing, he gave me a polo mallet. And by the way, I've never played polo before.
My head, I'm planning the whole aspect, how to make him love the sport. Didn't know that was super easy. He got on the horse, gave him a mallet. I was like, that's the ball, just hit the ball. He starts playing a bit. Good horse rider, he has good background. And then all of a sudden, we finished after an hour. He's like, bro, I'm in love. All I'm going to do is play polo.
And he's like, listen, we're running a competition called the Crypto Cup. And I think you should ride. Now, this was on February the 3rd or something. It's February the 2nd or February the 3rd. That means that I've got to learn how to play polo February, March, April. I've got 3 months to learn how to play polo. I was like, okay, never done this before. So I came back to South Africa and obviously I needed to get a polo teacher. So I phoned 1 or 2 polo teachers. And I said, hey guys, hi, my name is Ran. I know how to ride horses. And I committed to riding a polo tournament in April and I need to know how to ride. And most of them kind of said never gonna happen, never gonna happen. But I did find one polo teacher who was like, yeah, it's soon, but let's try.
Yeah, he convinced me into coaching him and getting ready for this tournament, which is soon.
I'm here for a polo lesson. You know why I'm here. And yeah, I'm here Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays. I'm gonna get ready for my lesson.
John.
Very good, how are you? Good.
Hi guys, 𝗪𝘁𝗍𝗄𝗏 here at the Cape Town Polo Club, a small family club of ours. I am the informal, formal manager and coach, and I'm got the task of helping Ran out improve his polo. To learn how to hit a polo ball in 10 weeks is a challenge in itself, which needs a lot of attention, a lot of time fixing that problem. And polo is one of those sports, it's dangerous, it's fast, and when you get it wrong, you get it badly wrong. It is high adrenaline, you're riding a 300 kg animal underneath you with a mind of its own, and you have to control that, and then the polo ball, and then teammates. The moment I saw Ryan get onto a horse, I thought the challenge was bigger than expected. Not knowing how to hold the mallet, not getting in line with the ball and hitting the ball correctly. We started from scratch. Thankfully, the riding part was there.
Yeah, Ran started polo. It was quite shocking, to be honest. I know he loves horses. There's many times we've spent time together and he loves horses, but to play golf on a horse is something that I never thought that he would actually do.
What exactly are you playing in Dubai?
It's called the Crypto Cup.
What level?
I don't know.
We need to find that out ASAP.
Okay.
So when I heard the tournament was happening here in Dubai, I was like, firstly, tick in my box, very convenient, I don't have to go too far. Secondly, I thought it only just started to get hot here. If you came here 2 weeks before this, the weather was beautiful. I mean, very, very walkable weather. You can go outside, enjoy yourself. Now we're talking about like 45 degrees, 50 degrees, even in the shade. So yeah, I thought, I don't know how this is going to work out, but we'll see how it goes.
It is way harder than it looks. The game is 7 minutes times 4 chukkers, so 4 quarters of 7 minutes, with a 4-minute break in between. And in that 4-minute break, you got to get off your one horse, get onto your other horse, and get back onto the field so that you can play the next part of the game. So it's a combination of learning how to ride a horse, learning how to play golf by using a mallet, building your fitness, and then, like every other sport in the world, you actually have to learn the tactics. Because otherwise, no matter how well you play, if you don't know the tactics, you'll get outsmarted on the horse. And that's pretty much what's happening to me at the moment.
Something happened to him. All of a sudden, I start to see this man at practice every single day. I haven't seen Run take anything this serious other than banter.
And ever since then, almost at least 2-3 times a week, we're in touch, either about his polo gear.
I've got to get myself a polo helmet. It's quite a big decision, actually. What do you think of that? That's pretty cool, but what if I did this? That's cool, but it's a bit boring, eh? I'm much more like wild. I need something more like crazy. I think that's me, bro. I think that's me.
The dedication and determination is very clear, and wishing you all the best, bro.
A very cool passion just rose out of it.
I'm dead, bro. I don't know if you've seen that Michael Jackson clip, but you know when he says, my shoulder is sore and my back is sore. Well, let me tell you where I'm at the moment, right? My wrist is dead. Okay, like holding a mallet that's that long, like it's a problem. My wrist is really, really sore. My back, the lower part of my back, oh man, like it's so sore. So I'm going to now I'm going straight after this interview, I'm going to a chiropractor. He thinks I'm going for my back. I'm going to see if I can do something about my wrist. I've been hanging upside down on this machine here to try and get spinal traction, because you're bouncing and bouncing and bouncing. That's like a new movement for your body. And then like you're holding this thing with your wrist. Like, don't take on any new sports after the age of 45. Yeah, that's the one, yeah.
And if we, is that a bit easier?
That's easier.
So you strain this little bit of cartilage in here.
Literally what I'm doing is I'm icing. So I played yesterday. Today my wrist is really sore, but I've got an ice bucket next to my desk and I just live with my wrist in the ice bucket, which you'll see, you'll shoot this, right? I'm gonna put my hand in the ice bucket. And then tonight I'll take an anti-inflammatory. And then tomorrow I'll wake up and it'll feel like everything's fine, and then I'll play again. And after 2 or 3 shots it'll be so sore, but I'll just ride through the pain, and then Wednesday I'll put it back in ice, and then Thursday I'll play again. So it's all a game of like balancing pain versus fitness. Yeah. But I'm in pain.
Not a car. Nothing to do with car. That should do it. If it doesn't, then it's a spasm.
I've been monitoring my progress when it comes to the polo, and I realized that there was no way that after playing for a month and a half I could actually go to this competition. So what I decided to do was to actually go to a polo clinic. And when I say a polo clinic, it's nothing structured. There's an area in South Africa called Plettenberg Bay. It's one of the most beautiful areas in South Africa, and it's the polo home of South Africa. And this part of the season is when all the finals and all the big games happen. And I figured if I could get myself to Plettenberg Bay and do crash courses in polo, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, then by the time that I get back, I'd be a polo legend. Just being there was worth everything. Second of all, I got a weekend without the wife and the kids, and that's worth a lot. You know, usually on weekends it's like, Dad, Abba, can you please put my fishing rod? Can you do this? Can we go here? This was a weekend just for me. I started watching the polo. And as I watched the polo, if you watched the results of my whoop, you would have been able to see just how high my stress levels went up. Because I realized that what we've been playing here is kid stuff. What they play over there is at a completely different pace. Each rider arrives at a game. Each rider's got 9 horses for one game. I don't have a horse yet. These guys are playing at a full-blown gallop. I mean, it's a completely different level. So on the one hand, I learned a lot by watching, but on the other hand, my heart started to pound and I was like, how the hell am I gonna do this in Dubai? I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna have a smile on my face, and I'm gonna have a time of my life. And 𝗖𝗍𝗍𝗁, whatever will be, will be. I specifically moved my flight back to Dubai to arrive 2 days before the match. And I'm hoping that 𝗏𝗏𝗏 will let me ride the horses 2 days before. And I'm also hoping that the horses that he gives me are decent. Because if you got a bad horse, or if you're not gelling with a horse, then for 7 minutes of the game, you're out of play. Like, you're out of play. Now, I don't know, maybe he'll give me 2 good ones and 2 bad ones. That means half the game I may be struggling. Today was, when we got on the horse, was 31 degrees. On Sunday, it's going to be 41 degrees. And you can see what I look like. I'm still completely wet. So I'm worried about the heat. Otherwise, I'm just here to have fun. I'm here to smile and just have the time of my life. It's very real now, I can tell you.
And yeah, and here we are. The mission was to get Ran to play at Crypto Polo Cup, which is the biggest polo and crypto combined event. And it's the biggest crypto event, most exclusive one. And here we are playing at the final against each other, sadly. We tried to be together, but we ended up playing against each other. And regardless of who wins, we're both proud of what Ran has accomplished, and we're just going to enjoy the game.
I'm gonna go and have fun. I mean, in this heat. Look at me, bro. Look at you. You can't see, but the cameraman's sweating.
It was like such a high classy event. And seeing everyone dress up in it was very, very hot. It was very cool. Like, my expectations were blown when I saw how big the field was, and I saw how beautiful the horses were, and just everything overall was very cool. It felt like a very high level event, and it was something really cool to experience.
You walk through, looks beautiful. Everyone is absolutely dressed to the nines, very posh, prim, proper. Great music, great vibe, waiters are on point, so felt like a superstar.
There are points in your life where you got a decision to make, and that is whether you're going to go all in or whether you're going to chicken out. And you know, all the butterflies, all the nerves, the 2 months of training, all the small wrist angles, that's it. It was happening. We started walking across the field to get to the other side so we could start stretching and start getting ready for the event. That was really when I met all the other players, and at that point I realized just how much deep shit I'm actually in. Like, there's 2 pros from Argentina, literally pros that have been flown in to play. There's, on the other team, there's the 𝗟𝗏𝗄𝗆 brothers, which, I mean, that's a huge polo family. There's a polo ground named after them. You got Faraz, who's an amazing guy and an amazing player. And then on my team, you got a pro, you've got two guys who are really, really, really good. And then you've got this guy who's been playing for 2 months. Get on the horse, start warming up, everything is cool. I'm hitting my shots sweetly. My first horse is a dream come true. I'm warming up, I'm riding around, it feels amazing. And we get called up, butterflies, nerves. We get called up to introduce ourselves, we all get introduced. And then I realized that we've won the crowd vote. The whole Banter community is cheering for us, we've won the crowd vote. You know, that was like a great moment for me. You know, they called Rand the man, he was the local favorite, and then I realized that, you know, I've got the crowd behind me. And then we line up. It's like the crucial lineup before the game starts. It's like the horses line up and the umpire throws in the ball, and that's when the game actually starts. I've been through multiple lineouts, and so the guy throws in the ball, and you know, you fight to try and get the ball after that, and then the ball starts being in play. Now look, over the last 3 months, I've watched multiple polo games, I've played in multiple polo games, I've gone to watch other live games. Within the first 30 seconds of our game, I would say that I've never even seen a game that fast, except on TV. These guys weren't there to mess around. This wasn't a friendly chucker that you were playing on the club on a Thursday. These guys were there to win. And I was faced with a choice. Either I was going to hold back, keep myself safe, potentially embarrass myself, or I was going to risk death, go faster than I've ever gone in my life, and just hold on for dear life. I chose the latter. What a thrill. I just felt speed between my legs. I felt like speed going like absolute crazy. I felt adrenaline through my body. I played my heart out. I literally played my heart out. Now, I'd like to think that I was effective. A little bit effective. But I don't think I influenced the outcome of the game. But nonetheless, I had the time of my life. I showed up, I rode with the pros, and I'm feeling a lot more confident about my polo and a lot more addicted to my polo. Ultimately, we played a tough game and we lost. We got beaten. And I think it was a well-deserved win for Team Binance, for Faraz and his team, the 𝗟𝗏𝗃 brothers and the pro. They were the better team on the day. They were faster, they were stronger. I think we were outclassed on the day, no doubt. But nonetheless, it was a beautiful experience, and I'll definitely be back for multiple events. I think also the whole event, you know, being with friends, being with the sheikhs, you know, sheikhs who are actually friends. So it's just a beautiful, beautiful day, well organized, and it was a dream come true. It was like, I don't know how many people in the world would get the opportunity to live such an experience.